Good afternoon. It is Tuesday, May 7th. I skipped yesterday, of course, D&D with my buddies, but not much spare time to vlog outside of that. Today, I'm off work early and headed to the movie theater to see Avengers Endgame. Of course, I'll be discussing it with you after I've seen the movie, and that will include spoilers, so you've been warned. If you haven't seen it yet, flee from this video. There are spoilers within. But I'm excited. It's been out for like a week and a half, and I've been having to work to avoid the spoilers myself. So this will make things easier on me, and just pulled up to the theater, so I'm gonna be headed in. Check out the Endgame. I'm out of the movie now. Just got out. Easily 4 out of 5. They did great. I went in with high hopes. They did great. Again, just one last warning, spoilers. And despite whatever goes on the rest of my day, I figure just assume the rest of the video is spoilers. Don't just try and jump ahead. Movie began and ended with me crying. We open with Hawkeye teaching his daughter to shoot, and I knew exactly what we were gonna face. I didn't know how we were gonna face it. They were kind. He turned around and they're gone. I was sure we were gonna have to watch his family turn to dust. And that's how they ended the last one. We had to watch people watch that. But they were kind, and he just turned around and they were gone. So that's catching us up to where Hawkeye's been during this. He was with his family, as he should have been. And there's so much of this I'm gonna miss. And really, I'm going into this, I've seen maybe about 1/5 of the Marvel movies. I've cut the important ones. You know, I think I've said it before. Iron Man 1 and 3, Black Panther, all the Avengers movies. I feel like I might have seen like one other or something. But I mean, like, 1/5, if that. It's like, so I've missed out on it. I think I would enjoy the Captain America movies, because I like that character. He's wholesome. I think I would like the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. They have some good music. I think I'd like Spider-Man. And I would enjoy seeing the rest of them, even just to piece together things throughout all the Avengers movies that I'm kind of missing out on. But, yeah. So basically this one picks up where Infinity War left off, with half of everything gone. Half of everyone gone. Dealing with the aftermath of that. And I mean, the beginning of the movie is like, whoa. I mean, awesome. That was an awesome way to start a movie, especially a movie about time travel. The movie's about time travel. That is definitely the subject of the film. I want to back up a step and just say, I said it left me crying at both the start and the end. It left me crying at the start, being sad, and near the end I was certainly crying from being sad, but in the last moments I was crying from being happy. It's a good movie about time travel. But step one, kill the villain. Go kill Thanos. He's gone. I'm like, seriously? Done. Woo. What are we doing for the next 3 hours? That was a twist. They twisted it. Which is good. That was unique. There were so many beats in this story that I'm like, that is unique. That is wonderful. And I haven't seen the Ant-Man movies, but yeah, I caught up pretty quick. I knew as he's walking through the monument, and I gather it's his daughter he's just praying not to see the name of. I knew he was going to find his own. I didn't know where he was left off or what happened with him. He hasn't been in any of the movies I've seen. I've seen the trailers for his movies. But I knew he was going to see his name. And I'm assuming that's the name he saw. But, you know, just a few beats like that. Of course, the Captain Marvel saving Tony Stark. At the beginning of the movie when she has the nice haircut, as opposed to the end when she has the bad haircut. You know, no offense, but don't change your hair. But bit of a convenience there, but of course that ties into what you know, the end of the last movie. She got called in. I haven't, of course, seen Captain Marvel. I don't know. She very much seems to be I'm busy helping other planets because I'm too powerful and I make everyone else useless if I'm around here. But yeah, so she brings Tony home. And I loved jumping 5 years later and seeing that he has a family. He's just living out in the country. I loved it. I'm glad he at least got a bit of time with that. Pepper Potts is certainly one of my favorite characters. So I was glad that they had a family. But then things start to come together, and maybe there's an option to travel in time. And they start rounding everybody up, convincing people to help. And we get Thor with long hair again, like he's supposed to have. Again, don't change your hair. If you have long hair, keep long hair. It's just for the best. Just stick with it. And a total beer belly, and it's hilarious. But he's got his hair back, so that's the important part. And clearly he's, you know, surrounded with some other characters I'm sure are from his films, but whatever. They catch up with Hawkeye, who's gone true vigilante. And, yeah. No, I don't blame him. That's, yeah. They gather everyone up, and they got a plan. They got a plan to travel in time. And they do their calculations, and they figure out where to send who, basically. We send people back. First off to the first Avengers movie. That was great. Great timing, great period there. But definitely dealing with a few aftermath bits. I feel like, is that where we get the official how Loki got away? It might be. Because, but then again, it could have also been mentioned in some of the movies I didn't see. But it was definitely fun with all of that. We got just all these threads coming together. as they gather the stones there. Gathering the stones on other planets, which of course leads to the death of Black Widow. Which when they were there and they were walking up to the area, and I remember it from the last movie, and I'm like, well, it's got to be her. It had to be her because we want Hawkeye back with his family. And she doesn't have ties. Distinctly, that's part of her advantage. That's part of the power that she has, is she does not have those connections. She's not supposed to. But I didn't expect her to be one of the ones to go until that scene. And then, of course, there's the whole mess getting the other stone that informs Thanos of the past. And, well, causes the issues with that. And then, of course, the other scene is just Rocket and Thor goofing around because, yeah, so and they did a good job just as far as breaking up tension and cutting between the different times and as they're all gathering the stones. Because, you know, their scenes tend to be comical and at times sweet. It's a bit of a mama's boy, but it's sweet. And they get back and they put together a glove. And we, the audience, knows that they've been infiltrated. And as they bring everyone back, there's also the arrival of Thanos with his army incoming. Because he came from the past. He was alerted that he had succeeded and that they were undoing his success, and so he had to come and he was fine to die. He just wanted to be successful. And he knew they were messing that up. He has convictions. You gotta give him that. So we get the awesome battle. First key moment. And of course all the, you know, the buildings blown up and all that, and, you know, basically getting the gauntlet, trying to get it out of the rubble, keep it from Thanos, trying to save people that are trapped underneath the collapsed Avengers building, all of that. But you get the battle. Iron Man, Thor, and Captain America versus Thanos. And at this point, Thor not only has his axe, but he's got his hammer back. And we get the moment we've all wanted. Captain America is worthy. He uses the hammer. Yes! It's good. And we get this battle. And things start to go south. But the whole time I'm thinking, but everyone's back. Where is everyone? And then Thanos' army arrives as things are turning in his tide. And of course, then all the portals open. And out steps everyone. And I mean everyone. Just about. Shy of Vision and Black Widow, I suppose. We got everyone. And it's good. There's a few beats in there. I mean, it is an epic and awesome action scene with everyone fighting everyone. Of course, one of my favorites is just the embrace that Peter Parker gets from Tony Stark, which I think, given what's about to happen, so needed. So important that happened. And at this point, we've figured out the plan is get the Infinity Gauntlet to the time machine bus. And so it's a race to do that before someone else can get it. It's back and forth. And of course, we get the great scene where things are, fire is being rained down, and of course they aim up, and we all know what it is. It's Captain Marvel, Pixie Cut Marvel, and she blasts through the ship and she's like, oh. I think it's Peter Parker at that point that's like, all huddled down, just trying to keep from losing the gauntlet. She's like, I'll take it from here. And he's like, I don't know if you can make it, which of course she can make it. She's Captain Marvel, and she's I have all the power to do all the things I want to do. I'm Captain Marvel powers, as far as I can tell. She does not have an evident weakness. Doesn't have an evident way of bypassing her. But then we get this great girl power moment that I'm like, we don't need all this. But it's an amazing shot, and it's freaking awesome. Of just all the powerful women of, the cinematic universe at this point. And it was a cool shot. I'll give them that. But by the time they get it near, the time machine bus gets damaged, and Thanos gets the gauntlet, and with a struggle with Iron Man, manages to push him away, and nothing happens. Because Tony took the gems, and he puts them in his own gauntlet, and basically kills himself getting rid of Thanos and his army. Because it's too much power for him to handle. So that's our third casualty. And I guess before we deal with the fallout of that, I'm sitting here thinking, I forgot one of the best parts. We get Smart Hulk. Smart Hulk has been throughout this. From when they recruited people at the beginning, Hulk is now in Hulk form, but mind of Bruce Banner and just a sweetheart. And he has been a great character throughout. But at this point, Iron Man kills himself to save the day. They now have time to rebuild Time Machine thing because no one is after the stones. We deal with some very sad moments. We deal with a bit of his funeral, basically. We deal with wrapping a few things up, and of course the last thing to wrap up is getting all of the stones back into their own proper timeline, which we know is incredibly important. It was established in order to keep from basically having saving our world mean ruining world for other alternate dimensions, and also just that way the stones are gone and we know this isn't going to happen again. So they went to take him back. And my heart leapt with joy. It's Captain America that's taking them back. Captain America is going back in time. Are we going to get the ending we want? Are we going to get the happy ending that I need? Is he just a good-hearted Christian, wonderful man who has given up so much of himself, who has given up his entire life, and my heart just yearns for him? Are we going to get the ending we want? And they start discussing the plans. Well, maybe not. I'm not sure. The plan is definitely for him to get back, and he is definitely saying things as far as, to his friend Bucky, don't do anything stupid until I get back. How am I going to? You're taking all the stupid with you. So they send him away. And then we sit and we watch for they're supposed to be basically 5 seconds, and he's going to send him back. He's going to pull him back. And my heart leaps again. We're staying in this shot. They're letting the time breathe, and I can just tell from the feel, he's not coming back. And they're trying to figure out what's wrong. Why doesn't he come back? And they look over and they see this old man sitting on a bench nearby. And it's him. And he passes the torch, Captain America, off to, I forget the character's name, but I think he's the one that's had the wings. Falcon, maybe? And he holds his hand and we see the wedding ring. And I'd have been happy there. Just to know he got to go and get one of them lives. Have a life like Tony Stark had been telling him to do. That he'd followed that advice and he'd had a life. But then we cut back. And I don't know her name and I don't know her story because I haven't seen the Captain America movies. But I have seen that he's carried her picture with him forever. And that she has meant the world to him. And this woman that he lost because of the time that he lost is dancing with him. And he got the girl. He saved the day and he got the girl and I was so happy. And I'm sure there's lots of details I missed. Because I haven't seen the other movies. It does kind of make me want to see their movies. I might try and save up and maybe win the big box set with the entire saga, whatever they call it. Infinity Saga, maybe, was it? When that all comes out, I might try and get that so I can watch on Blu-ray. I'd like to, at least. But, I want to see more of the story, but as of this point, it is still a great movie with just the parts I've had. But I've now seen the movie, so you can feel free to talk about it in the comments below. No longer afraid of being spoiled for me. Let me know what you thought. If there's any crucial moments you're like, I'm sure you missed this, having missed out on it. This was the most important thing. How could you enjoy it without catching this? Let me know, because, I mean, as I said, I've missed majority of the Marvel movies, but I've liked all the ones I've seen. Okay. Well, I gotta move on with my day and stuff and grab groceries and head home and move on with life and such. And you know what? Another thing I found out is that when the theater does the $5 Tuesdays, they also have a bunch of discounts on concessions. Making them almost normal priced things you would expect to pay. So I had popcorn with this movie. I haven't had popcorn with a movie in so many years. It was good. I liked it. It's never worth the price that they want to normally charge for it, but for $2 for a tub of popcorn, I was like, that seems like a normal price. I was glad I did that. Otherwise, I just picked up some pizza for dinner because it was easy. And I've spent much of the evening just editing. It is now late. I am very tired. But I've enjoyed even just watching maybe occasional video just of people discussing the movie. Now that I no longer have to fear all the spoilers, it's much more relaxing. And of course, yeah, it was a good movie. And I'm glad I went and saw it. It's different kind of thing. It's yeah, I should go see it. But it's the kind of thing that I'm because of how many of the Marvel movies I skipped, I'm I don't have to go see it. I'm really glad I did. Yeah, I'm head of a bad. Thank you for joining me, and join me as my journey continues. Bye.